Hey everyone, it's like 20 after 4 in the morning again, so apparently that's my record videos right now. I actually slept last night. I asked for Ambien and ended up sleeping. I went to bed at like 10:30 and slept until about 4. So that's good, and I imagine I'll probably end up going back to sleep for a while after this. I was watching something on my iPad and I may fall asleep during that. So the update on things is that yesterday, Wednesday, I saw the doctor who's in charge of my case. He's a hospitalist, and the doctor's visits are kind of blurring together a little bit. So I saw the hospitalist, and I saw an infectious disease doctor. And the infectious disease doctor is kind of the more important one right now, because he is trying to figure out what's going on with the infection. And so the area around where my port was, they cultured the port itself, they cultured around the port inside, they cultured from my port, they cultured peripherally. And he talked specifically about the cultures from around inside where my port was. And those came back positive. I think the hospitalist told me it was a gram-positive bacteria, but I don't really remember completely. But they don't know yet what type of bacteria, so they're waiting to find out that, which they should know sometime today. And then once they know that, then they'll know a lot more about what the treatment's going to be, how long it's going to be, and then we'll have a better idea of how we're going to go forward, and what's going to be required. So basically the two possibilities are that it's not staph, and that I require not very much more antibiotics, and that I won't need, for the treatment of it, I won't need a PICC line placement, most likely. The other possibility is that it is staph, which is what I had last time when I had a port infection. And I will need to have a PICC line placed and be on a different antibiotic than what I've been on for a longer period of time. I'm guessing probably a month. So those are kind of the two options. So I'll find out stuff about that later today. I'm also going to be having an echocardiogram to check my heart out, to make sure that that's okay. Yesterday I had an ultrasound of like my neck and the subclavian vein, artery, whatever, that the port was in, and like under my arm and stuff, just to make sure there wasn't a blood clot, and that was fine. That's what's going on. The pharmacists here are being a little bit annoying and kind of whatever. Yesterday, the hospitalist and my nurse were trying to figure out what was going on with orders for IV amino acids, which I get every day in my fluids and all of that. And the hospitalist was perfectly fine with me even bringing in my own bags of my fluids and everything and just doing that with all my vitamins. And he was like, oh, it's such a special thing just made up for you, like, that's fine, you can do that. So they called down to the pharmacy first to find out if the nurse yesterday had worked stuff out and they were ordering it or whatever. And the pharmacy on that, the pharmacist said that I couldn't get amino acids because it can't be infused through a peripheral line, which is not totally true. I research on it, and I contacted the pharmacist at my infusion company, and it can be done. You just have to be careful about it, and you have to make sure that the osmolality of the amino acids are a certain percentage or something. So, so the amino acids just have to be done in a certain way, but they can be done. So, so I'm not getting amino acids, which, like, I'm only going to be here for a few days, hopefully. It's not a huge deal. I am getting fluid, so that's kind of the most important thing. The other piece that was more annoying that happened with the pharmacist was that they decided yesterday, I had given my bottle of domperidone, which I take for gastroparesis, to the nurse, and she had given it, sent it down to the pharmacy to get it okay, and then she had it in with my stuff, my medication, and then she would dole it out to me when I needed it. And yesterday afternoon, the pharmacist said to stop giving it to me because they couldn't verify what it was, because it's from a compound pharmacy, and if the pills don't look, they can't look up what the pill looks like and be like, yeah, that's definitely domperidone or whatever. Even though it's in the original bottle, and they could call the compounding pharmacy, they could call my doctor, like, there's a number of other things that they could have done before just jumping to stop giving it to her. So that annoyed me, but my nurse worked on it and talked to a doctor on call, and my doctor actually, I emailed her and she called me and talked to me and was kind of outraged about that, and was going to call and try to talk to the hospitalist. And I'm not sure if she actually got in touch with the on-call doctor and was part of getting things straightened out, or if it happened before she called. But it worked out that they just gave me back the bottle, and I'm going to take it when I need it. But it was just kind of an annoying thing. And I mean, basically, they had to go around the pharmacist and get a doctor's approval to do that, to just give me back the bottle. And basically, it's that they can't give it to me because they don't know for sure what's in it. And I run the risk of then having it interact with stuff that they give me. But whatever, I'm going to need that medication because without it, eating is much more of a challenge. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. I have not had a fever for more than 24 hours, so that's really good news. They drew more cultures yesterday, so hopefully those will be negative. And that's kind of what's going on. I'm just hanging out. My head still hurts a little bit, but I'm just kind of managing with it. I got painkillers yesterday for it, but today, and since then I haven't had anything, and I have to kind of deal with headache pain on a regular basis, so I'd rather not take anything if I don't have to. So that's that, and I will update again probably later today when I have more information. There's a chance that I will go home today. I'm holding on to that chance. However, with the way that things went yesterday and the timing of things and the fact that I need to have an echo done and all of that, I'm not sure if it'll happen. But anyway, I will be crossing my fingers that it does happen tomorrow because I would really, really like to go home. Alright, well, thank you for checking in. I'm sorry this ended up being so long. I did not mean for it to be this long. And I hope you are all having a good week, enjoying the outside world, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.